Sometimes I was living underneath a bridge. For the most part, though, I was living on the street.
We have this generation of thrown away children. And that just doesn't sit right with me.
Shane knows life as a street kid. Before coming to Pear, he was one, left to fend for himself in the elements.
It was winter and I needed to get out of the rain.
That's when a friend told Shane about Pear, a place for kids just like him. All he had to do was walk through the door.
It's really much less of a social service agency and much more of a living room community center that these young people can be grounded in and spring forward from.
You got treated more like a human being here. Like people actually care and take time to help you with your personal struggles in life.
Young people like Shane have depended on Pear since it was founded in 2002, a place of permanence.
We see the idea of stability being one of the fundamental things that is lacking in these young people's lives.
But in 2007, that permanence was threatened. For a time, Pear faced the prospect of shutting its doors for good. The leased space that housed the organization was going to be redeveloped. Pear was asked to vacate.
I was struck with the irony that an organization dedicated to homeless youth was about to find itself homeless.
The search for a new space began.
And we would identify wonderful locations, but clearly those landlords, the last thing they wanted was to have 50 to 80 homeless kids coming in every day. So the only places really being made available to Pear were basement locations, and that goes contrary to everything that Pear is trying to say to these youths, that they are a part of the community, that they don't have to hide in the dark.
With time running out, closing Pear seemed the only option, unless Pear bought its own space.
We really didn't think that Pear was in any kind of position to purchase its own building.
Then the board members had an idea. There was a building for sale in Old Town. It seemed to fit the mold and the price, within reason.
We walked into the building and it was like, this is it. This is everything that we described.
Seeing no other way for Pear to survive, Leslie Trim and her husband, Raj Vajdani, took a leap of faith.
We made the decision that we would go ahead and buy the building and give Pear time in which to raise the money to buy it from us.
Not only did Pear need money to buy the building, they needed money to renovate it.
It was a garage, and people parked their cars in here. It was a mess.
Bing Sheldon is a partner at Sarah Architects.
They were on a tight budget, and yet they had a big vision for what they wanted to accomplish.
9 months later, the building was ready. Pear had a new home. But the challenge was far from over.
Ideally, we would have raised all of the money up front and then moved in, because it is, quite frankly, easier to raise money when you're not in the building after its beautiful rehab, and it's really, in my opinion, a really vibrant program happening inside.
But that vibrance is not yet secure.
While we continue to fundraise, quite frankly, the program suffers because there's no other people. There's no office in some other building doing all the fundraising. It's us.
This is where you come in. You are the way forward.
We will finish, but we need your support, and that's money, and that's time, and that's belief and hope in the valuable young people that enter our doors every day.
Pear has created that unconditional, loving family that most of these kids have never experienced.
It's my family. This is definitely the family that I come to.
Since its inception, Pear has worked with more than 1,000 homeless and transitional young people.
I have a chance to look for work and get on my feet right now. And most of it's because of what this program's done for me.
Pear is about family. Pear is about permanence. Join us in fulfilling our promise to youth by creating a stable, permanent home for Pear.